Queen of Feng Shui, Marites Allen ushers in the year of the Fire Horse with a special welcoming ritual and prosperity event in BGC this Lunar New Year. With more than 30 years practicing Chinese astrology, she makes a return to Money Talks to share how leaders can harness the fiery, fast-moving Fire Horse year on what it means for money, work, and enterprise. So good to see you again, Marites. Welcome to the program, and Kong Hei Fat Choi singing Kwaila.
Hi.
All right. It seems to be a fiery, fast-moving horse. That's what I'm getting from the vibe that you're already expressing to
and I love
everybody.
your news, by the way. It all sounds
Is it good
positive.
news?
It's very
that
positive.
Sounds good because
I'm
we've had
excited.
really, really bad news over the past few months with the flood control scandal.
Exactly.
Was that something that you caught in the slow-moving snake year?
Well,
Just
we
to
were
recap?
saying that, in the year of the wood snake, it was like, uncovering, shedding off the skin. So yes, we were able to see some of the never expected discoveries, right?
So it was really slow business, and that's the
Yes.
kind of anecdotal conversations you've had with business
a lot of people
folks
as
and
well.
leaders.
Yes.
So how then are they going to make that shift? If it's a fiery, fast-moving horse, how to make better time decisions then?
Yeah, so basically when it's a fire energy, it actually talks about optimism. Think of the fire horse as the sun, right? So it actually gives you like this optimism. So it's gonna be a very optimistic time for everybody. This is the time for you to act. So if the wood snake was about uncovering and shedding off, this is like, it's already here. What are you gonna do about it? So accountability is here. It's already being seen. So people are becoming so conscious about it. And accountability, integrity is very important as well. So actually, I'm very positive for the year because, very seldom, whenever it's a fire energy year, it's actually a very active year.
An active year in terms of, and you put that into context, accountability. In fact, I caught one of the things that you said, the forecast suggests a period of heightened public awareness and youth influence where accountability takes center stage. Where is this going to lead up to then?
Yes, so basically the chart of the year is actually with 0 water element, so that's why it's very dry. It calls for, cooling off. But then because our natural chart between the Philippines and of course the year of the fire horse, it actually calls that the younger generation, the voices of the young generation will actually have a very big effect in the overall, management or accountability from whoever needs to be accountable with. But then at the end of the day, I would say that treat the fire horse year as a positive year in a way because it's just really like, again, think of a sun, which is actually the optimism, the energy is there. And at the same time, you also have to like hold off your reins because if you go very fast without the proper analytical or strategy behind it, it can also lead you to anywhere. So treat Feng Shui as a forecast. It's like a weather forecast. Mm-hmm. It's not really a prediction. It could go this way, but because the wind could blow to a different direction.
Are you feeling a bit of a vibe that says regime change in the Philippines?
Well, not really. But then basically, and I hope not. But basically, if you look at the history, Philippines is a revolutionary government. I always say this because the birth of the Philippines on June 12, 1898 was actually coming from another, we never had like a birth, like a Philippine birth that is like smooth. There's always something that's going on, right?
I didn't mean to go back so far into history, but then it's interesting that you put into context that everybody's just gotta make sure they get measured responses to a very fiery horse. But perhaps there are some sectors that are going to do a lot better. Than most. Or some.
So basically, these ones are like renewable energy, which actually you have mentioned because at the end of the day, electricity, power is very important. I am really hoping, honestly, that the tourism industry would go so well because we lack the water element industry. That's why colors black, blue, and gray, are very important for the year. So I hope that our 7,000 islands would be visited by even like starting from the locals, making it affordable to everybody. It's very important as well. Cybersecurity is a key because a lot of people now, AI is not coming. It is already here. So make sure that the companies had to adapt to that. So cybersecurity is very important. Doing a lot of accountability, if your company, maybe the blockchain technology is actually, I'm sure you have some news about it, that it is really one of the most important things that we could do. So those preventions are very important. And it's gonna kick off in this year of the Fire Horse.
I hope I'm not gonna have to wear black, blue, and gray for the rest of the year just to bring in the
Now,
luck.
tomorrow you should wear, though, the red because it's Chinese
okay, I
New
was
Year
just
Day.
going to say because it's a fiery, fast-moving horse,
Yes.
stay away from red, but no.
Well,
you're wearing a
tomorrow
lovely red
is a
outfit.
Chinese New Year Day. So it's just one day that, you could. But like what I said, it depends on your destiny. So a lot of people, I'm like a walking almanac to a lot of people, like, Marites, what would I wear in everything? So I said, okay, we have a new project, my baby project that we're going to talk about. Destara, that they can actually go and check already your personal elements.
Okay, well, let's pull that up because I found it so interesting that an innovation from your business and
Yes!
your feng shui analysis now involves data tracking and involves an app.
Yes.
Now, I wanted to say, if you were a business leader and you've got the knowledge of data and the economics, the macro, we just talked about that in
Yes.
full glory with Jello, and you've got the judgment and you have the feng shui analysis.
Thank you.
How do they then put that all together into something cohesive and
Okay.
comprehensive for them to act on in the
Yes.
year of the Fire Horse?
Thank you for that. So, like what I said, I am like a walking almanac. You've known me for a long time, and at the same time, it's really like, so we created this Destara. It's
Is
actually
that the one on your
yes,
mobile phone?
and it's actually the QR code is on the screen. It's free to sign up. So Destara means destiny is in your star. So guys, if you want to be a part of our founding circle community, and in fact on the alpha stage right now in the tech world, you only need to get 50 to 100 signups within 6 months. We only just talk about it with our family and friends on February 4, which is like 12 days ago. And we are nearly 1,000 signups.
1,000 signups.
So
and what are
on
you
an alpha
finding
stage,
on alpha stage? Then what are you finding are the first interested app takers?
oh my God, so the app is so beautiful. It's actually free to sign up. You can already check your own profile. You can already get your lucky numbers, lucky directions, lucky colors. You can even have your compatibility, with one another. It already has the built-in almanac as well. And on the almanac, you can already know what type of day is it. Even each hour, it can already tell you if it's lucky or unlucky. At the same time, it gives you that daily forecast. And then like today, it gives you already a daily forecast. It can even tell you what is the percentage of your luck in terms of health, wealth, love, and career. It can give you a better decision. And even at the same time, the built-in compass is already there. And you can even use the augmented reality. So you see my clients from all over the world. So now you can already see which directions you
All
are
right, well,
sitting, right?
Exactly. I'm seeing you there. Is this a live stream?
No, this is,
Yeah.
this is a demo right now.
I'm
Yeah.
curious. You've got that app,
Yes.
and you've got a business leader who's trying to think about what to do next.
Yeah.
What next then? I mean, it's just one format, or at least one item that goes into his decision toolbox or
I
her
love that.
decision
Yes.
toolbox. How then can one decide smartly
Yes,
in the Fire
on a
Horse
daily
year?
basis. On a daily basis, like what I said, the star is a one tool that one can use on a daily decision making. Like even the colors, because it perceives on our day-to-day life. But in terms of decisions, at the end of the day, we have to put our mindset. Like I am a person that I would say when I wake up in the morning, what good can I do today to someone else? Right? Because at the end of the day, okay, we have our obligation to the public. Mm-hmm. I created this Tara as my legacy. It is my way to scale. I cannot duplicate Marites Allen. So thanks to AI, putting my brains into that I'm now able to scale myself different ages, different nationalities globally.
Well, I'm looking forward to the beta stage. Would you update
Yes.
us? Thank
Please,
you
please.
so much.
Thank you
and
so
all the
much.
best in the new year.
I will. You too. Take care.
Marites Allen, a Feng Shui master, speaking to us.